food is there?
How much food is there? I'd say a whole heck of a lot. At least 7, 8 pizzas, maybe more.
Am I food?
You are food only in desperate circumstances.
Is it okay to fill up on bread?
Not only is it okay, it's encouraged. They work hard to make that bread, and it would be a shame not to eat all of it.
What would you say when you want food?
Believe it or not, when you want food, the easiest thing to say is, I want food.
Where does food come from?
I believe all food truly comes from trees. Fruit grown on trees, pizzas grown on trees, donuts grown on trees. Ice cream is made from tree bark. It's all from trees.
Why does food get thrown away?
And the most common reason that food gets thrown away is because people have eyes bigger than their stomachs. And that's a sad thing, because food waste is terrible for this planet.
What is the best food?
In my opinion, the best food, spaghetti carbonara. Hands down, bar none. Welcome back to another episode of Cooking Corner with me, Giuseppe CrimiVaroli. Today for you, we're going to be making Sopapilla cream cheese bars. In terms of ingredients, you're going to need the following. You're going to need vanilla. You're going to need butter. You're going to need cream cheese, softened ahead of time. You're going to need 2 crescent roll sheets, not perforated. You're going to need sugar. You're going to need 2 eggs. You're also going to need cinnamon sugar and sour cream. Moving on to hardware, and you're going to need the following. You're going to need a 9x13 baking dish. You're going to need tin foil for that baking dish. You're going to need a few measuring cups and a measuring spoon. You're going to need a medium to large mixing bowl. And you're going to want, but not need, an electric mixer to make your filling. For this special step number 1, I learned sign language to communicate this step to you. So step number 1 is going to be moving on to step number 2. And step number 2 is going to be make your filling. So what you're going to need to do is add 2 softened bars of cream cheese to your mixing bowl. Then you're going to add 1/4 cup of sour cream. Next, you'll add 1/3 cup of sugar, followed by a half teaspoon of vanilla. And finally, you're gonna add your 2 eggs. Man, this one didn't crack at all. It's a tough egg right here, man. Once you've added all the ingredients for your filling to the bowl, you can take your electric mixer or just a fork and mix it all together. When you're all finished, you should have a thick and creamy filling for your Sopapilla bars. Now that the filling is made, it's a good time to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Now we can move on to step number 3. And step number 3 is going to be roll out your dough. So, take your 9x13 and cover it in tin foil. Once you've done that, you can very carefully open one of your crescent roll sheets and stretch it along the bottom of your 9x13 pan. Once you've got your crescent roll sheet, just unroll it and put it in the pan. Then stretch it out to the sides of the pan so that it completely covers the bottom. If any holes or tears appear, you're going to want to pinch those closed. Moving on to step number 4. And step number 4 is going to be add your filling. So, now that you've got one of your crescent sheets on the bottom of your pan, you can just drizzle your filling over the top and use a rubber spatula to spread it out. Now that you've finished with step number 4, you can move on to step number 5. And step number 5 is quite simply just put your other crescent dough on top of the filling. If you have excess dough, you can slice it off with a knife.
I'm so confused what you're making.
Okay, and?
I just don't know.
Are you known for your cooking intellect, man?
No, I'm just saying it's been puff pastry, then like what looks to be a cream cheese filling slash.
It's not puff pastry. Now we can move on to the final step before baking it, which is step number 6. Step number 6 is going to be topped with your cinnamon sugar and butter. So, you're going to take 1 tablespoon of butter and melt it. Then, you're going to use a brush or a fork and spread it over the top of your crescent sandwich. Finally, you're going to sprinkle cinnamon sugar over the top to make it nice and sweet. So, you're just going to take your little brush and brush your butter over the top of the crescent sheet. Once you spread out all your butter, you can just sprinkle cinnamon sugar over the top. Once your oven is at 375 degrees, you can stick your cream cheese bars in and cook them for 25 to 30 minutes. And now, we wait. Now, it's been 25 minutes and our cream cheese bars are looking done. So, I'm going to take them out of the oven. And we're going to let them cool. Now, you may have noticed the top has risen quite a lot. That's part of the reason we're going to let it settle for the next 15 to 20 minutes until it's cool enough to eat. Now it's time for the final step, which is going to be plating. So, go ahead, get yourself a little knife-a-roni, cut a slice of your cream cheese bars, get underneath that bad boy and deposit it onto a plate. And just like that, you're ready to enjoy. Now it's time for a little taste test. That was delicious! That concludes this week's episode of Cooking Corner with me, Giuseppe CrimiVaroli. I hope you enjoyed the bars. I certainly know I did. If there's something you want to see on the channel, leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like below. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out new content all the time. Until next time, bye-bye now.